You know what I don't understand? Why people do things like this? I don't get it. Jenna Ortega has taken over the internet, and she's probably up there because everyone's talking about Sydney Sweeney right now. She's probably right up there with everybody making fun of her and nobody's like hating on her to the extent that you're seeing with Sydney. People are more so laughing at Jenna, but she ended up getting buccal fat removal and took the filling out of her cheeks. Now, I'm not familiar with plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery in general, so I don't know if she had anything done that's in addition to the fat removal from her cheeks, but kind of looks like it. But taking all the fat out of your cheeks makes you look so freaky that it changes your entire face. Today, we're going to be getting the internet's reaction on Jenna Ortega. I have a couple things that I want to walk you through, okay? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels, and you have noticed, too, like, all of the celebrity-type pages, Jenna Ortega stuns in newly shared picture. Yeah, stuns is definitely the word that we want to use here, right? But this is a side-by-side comparison and I don't know who Kang Min Lee is, but this post, started getting a lot of traction. Whoever created the buccal fat removal should be arrested and tried for crimes against humanity, because obviously you have a normal-looking girl over there, and then you have, like, I don't want to say monstrosity, but that's what my brain ended up going to. I don't understand how we are consistently convincing celebrities that this is a good idea. You have a girl that the entire world was obsessed with. Now, I've never understood the appeal to Jenna Ortega. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm 27 years old. She looks way too young for me. And I know that this is probably a picture of her even younger. I never got the appeal. I thought she was a great actor on Wednesday, but I'd be lying to you if I said the entire world wasn't pretty well obsessed with Jenna Ortega, especially the younger generation. Look what this girl did to herself. And I get, like, that they've been convinced to do these types of things typically. You see people constantly ruining themselves over and over again. Everybody talks about the potential for Megan Fox. What's the girl? I don't remember the actor's name, but the girl from The Boys who played Starlight. Whatever the hell she did to herself, people were simping over her for years and years, and then all of a sudden it destroys your entire appearance. I don't understand how, and this is a problem with society, man, because we have all of these girls who look at the idea of something like this and then they go, yeah, I want that. How backwards is it? I don't know if it's Hollywood behind the scenes. I don't know if it's people trying to destroy the appearance of people that they're jealous about. I have no idea. Could be a combination. It could just be once you get like a lot of notoriety or something like that, you start to go crazy. You start worrying about every single little imperfection that you have. But I don't get it. She was a regular looking girl. Starlight was a regular looking girl. Megan Fox was beloved by the entire world. Like, all of these, and that's just who I can think of off the top of my head. And it's crazy because every guy on earth unanimously agrees that you start looking creepy and you look weird. The only thing that, like, maybe there's a topic of conversation to be had about is if you were getting plastic surgery on your breasts. Some guys like the bigger the better, right? There's also a lot of guys out there that are completely lust addicted, and they're going further and further into the rabbit hole, and they start liking things that are artificial. And you know what? As time goes on, maybe they will like something artificial just like this. But my point being, that's the only conversation that there is to be had about this. When it comes to like plastic surgery on your face, freezing your mouth, making your forehead look weird, every guy on earth unanimously agrees that it's a downgrade. But then you have all of these girls like, we don't do it for you. I'm not going to have the conversation because that's ridiculous. Obviously, girls care about their appearance to impress not only other girls, they want to one-up the other girls, but obviously it is to get guys to like them, okay? We're not going to have that conversation because it's asinine. But I can't just sit down and understand this thought process, because you have something that's so freaky, like this fat removal. You're removing the fat from your cheeks. This specific procedure, at least like plastic surgery, I kind of get like, oh, I don't like my wrinkles on my forehead. Can I fix that? And then they end up looking freaky. But who the hell says, hey, I'd like to suck all the fat out of my face? That's crazy. But even if you wanted to have your cheeks like look a little bit less full, you can just lose weight. Why do we have to always default to surgery? And now everybody is making fun of this poor girl, and she's probably going to regret it for the rest of her life. But of course, it's not just about what I think. Let's take a look at what the internet had to say as well. Now, this post over here by Pulp Culture, gal, is picked up a ton of traction. We're going to be taking a look at replies from this, replies from various news pieces posting about Jenna Ortega, and this is something that hit the Explore page, so we're going to take a look at what the internet has to say about this. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. The difference between women and men's reaction to this look is actually, this is actually the best that she's ever looked. If there was not an argument, like if there was ever a argument to be had that women consistently want to knock each other down, which I would never make, by the way. I think that's ridiculous personally. But this would be a prime example, because you can't tell me that this is the best that she's ever looked. You can't possibly tell me that. Everybody is making fun of her. Everybody's like, what the hell? When it was trending yesterday, I was at my mom's and I said, Mom, did you see what Jenna Ortega did to herself? She didn't know who Jenna Ortega was. So it was like the girl from Wednesday. Look her up on X right now. And then she just looked it up and went, that's everybody's reaction. Nobody thinks that this looks good. And if you think that this looks good, you're probably a victim yourself and probably had something like this done. Either that or you just want to get up a one-up on her. Because a lot of girls, let's be fair, a lot of people out there are jealous of the appearance of somebody like Jenna Ortega. So when they actively destroy themselves, and it's a tale of as old of time, a tale that I, of course, would never make up, right? I'm just saying what some people would say. I would never say something like that. That people consistently try to sabotage each other and get jealous when men kind of like any other girl. You're seeing the same thing with Sydney Sweeney right now. A lot of it can be boiled down to ugly people being upset that someone attractive is getting a spotlight. I think it's an excellent fight personally. I would never suggest something like that. It's just what some people would argue, right? I'm playing a character over here. I'm just reporting the news. But let's hear what other people had to say about this, okay? Why are women so mean to each other? The best she's ever looked looks decomposed. Now, I actually do feel bad that Jenna Ortega was probably a victim of all of this, right? She probably didn't know any better. She was probably convinced by so many people around her that this would be a good idea. I can't help but laugh at it though, man. She does look decomposed. She really, really is, man. Women literally mutilates herself, some female. OMG, yeah, so gorgeous. All the men who disagree are incels. And I disagree that women are vile. I do disagree with that. It's just the particular woman. I will never understand being in a mindset, guys. And the problem is you see this with women more than men. How you consistently tear each other down to appear better yourself. I will never understand being in that mindset. I understand that there's people out there that are more attractive than me. I understand that I have a lot of friends that are more attractive than me. There's nothing wrong with that. I got my wife. I'm happy with her. I succeeded. It's okay that people are more attracted to you. You make do with what works. I will never understand being in a headspace like that, man. Jonathan had this to say. This is an important lesson for you ladies. When your girlfriend tells you something like this, it's because they want a competitive advantage over you. You look like trash, but she tells you that you look great because it means you're one less girl to worry about stealing a man's attention away from her. How horrible of somebody to say. How horrible. What a horrible, horrible assumption to make. Unbelievable, Jonathan. Unbelievable. Ape had this to say. When are y'all going to wake up and realize men and women don't find the same things attractive? Women think they look good when they get injections and fillers. 99% of the time, to men, they actually look worse. Just because women thinks it looks good doesn't mean she looks good to men. I don't know if I agree with this personally. I think it's more so people tearing each other down. I think like it's a fake type of support. But then again, you have things like Sabrina Carpenter, where all of the women on the world do not understand why guys prefer somebody like Sydney Sweeney over somebody like Sabrina Carpenter. They think that she's the most attractive girl of all time. And I know that I'm exaggerating, but you get my point. So it could be a case of both. I lean more towards like, oh, maybe I'm going to cheer Jenna Ortega online because my boyfriend really likes Jenna Ortega. Something along those lines. And I know a lot of it's subconscious too. That's the problem with this entire thing, is because nobody will ever admit to that. But then again, I think about how we've been conditioned as a society, and women do think that they look good when they get injections and fillers. And every man on earth agrees in saying like, ugh. It's a whole strange thing to me, man. Because now you get to justifiable feel hotter than a celebrity. That's where I'm more leaning towards on this, to be honest with you. She changed characters. Oh my God. Yeah, like, how do people look at that and go, yeah, that's what I'd like to look like? It's crazy to me, man. Oh, and this is exactly what I was talking about. And I think this is Kangman Lee. Is this the original poster that we were talking about? Regardless, this is what I was talking about. The actress for Starlight. I'm not going to lie to you. She's another one of those people that I've never really understood the hype about. But look at the difference here, man. It ruins every woman's natural face and makes them look more ghoulish. It's true. Ghoulish is actually a perfect way to describe that. You have everybody who consistently, just loved Starlight for years. And then all of a sudden she shows up looking like this. You don't have any movement in your face anymore. It's not natural. And when are people going to understand that men typically prefer natural things? Everybody makes fun of the people constantly not being able to move their lips. Like, ha, 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 ha. and not having no expression at all. And now we've reached a point with this where they're sucking the fat out of your face. When did that trend start? What's going to be next? Are we going to suck the fat out of every single part of your body? Like, I'm being sincere. It's crazy to me, man. It's absolutely crazy. Why do women think buccal fat removal looks good? It makes you look like a starvation victim. In the face, yeah. For the same reason they think septum piercings look good. They trust the horrible opinions of other women. No straight man has ever sincerely complimented either of these looks. Yeah, septum piercing is another biggie. Because you have all these people thinking that they look good. And here's the thing. There are probably 2 out of 100 guys that look good. Because I know I'm going to receive the comments down below. It's like, actually, my boyfriend says he loves my septum piercing. 1, he could be lying to you. 2, he could be just trying to sleep with you. 3, what is he going to tell you? Your septum piercing looks stupid? Most guys do not like septum piercings, but we consistently convince people to continuously get them because I believe that more people want a competitive advantage over each other. But I also do believe we've been conditioned over and over again that unattractive things are attractive. So I think it's a combination of both. Again, you have posts like this. She looks amazing. What about this is amazing, man? What about this? She looks like a ghoul. That's a perfect way to describe it. She looks like she's going to haunt me. It's unbelievable, man. I can't believe people that think that this is a good idea. Take me to your leader. Literally, dude. Literally. It's freaky. She actually looks like an alien like this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've seen this meme floating around. 40. Oh no, I'm getting old. Plastic surgery. See this, but this happens. Meanwhile, you looked perfectly fine at a 40-year-old. There are attractive 40-year-old women out there, lots of them. And I can tell you, they look freaky like this. And there's no attractive 40-year-old that looks like this. I don't know, man. This world's so backwards, man. Hang on. There's a quote tweet for Pop Culture Gal over here, the best she's ever looked. See, this is, she's looking like a regular person here. She's looking like a regular person. Understandable why she's a celebrity. Again, I personally think she looks a little too young for, like, me to go crazy, you know. I've never understood the hype, but this is better than the alternative that we just took a look at, man. No offense, but I've seen this one. The memes for this one, guys, are extremely accurate, and we can't pretend otherwise, man. Let's continue on to, you mean it's the least threatening she's ever been to your chances, making it the best she's ever looked. The problem with this, again, is a lot of this is subconscious. But high IQ people, I will say, understand this concept. She looks nothing like she has looked. This shit is horrid. Yeah. And this is her looking like a regular person. A regular person, a regular celebrity, a normal smile, normal cheeks, nothing wrong with her. And then she did that to herself. Hey, let's suck all the fat out of my cheeks. You can't be serious. She looks like she's about to consume the souls of the damned. I know, like, that's the thing. She actually does look like that, man. She actually does look like that. Someone just said, fuck you. Again, I don't understand how you could take a picture like this and then look at what she did to herself and say, hey, dude, that looks sick, man. But if you're interested in continuing the conversation, like I said, a lot of people are mad at Sydney Sweeney right now. We did make a reaction video to why men prefer Sydney Sweeney and women prefer Sabrina Carpenter. You can check out that reaction video right here. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.